Dear children, welcome to Economics Online Classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. How are you? Hope you all are fine. In the previous class, we studied about poverty and the issues related to poverty. Today, we are going to study about the poverty as seen by social scientists. Let us start our class. So, topic is poverty as seen by the social scientist. Since poverty has many phases, the social scientist looked at it through variety of social indicators. So, what are the social indicators of poverty as seen by the social scientist? Illiteracy level, lack of general resistance due to malnutrition, lack of health care, lack of job opportunity, lack of access to safe drinking water, sanitation, etc. But analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common. Dear students, do you want to know about the concepts social exclusion and vulnerability? So first of all, we are going to study about the concept social exclusion. What is social exclusion? According to this concept, the poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in poor surroundings with the poor people and excluded from enjoying the company of better off people in better surrounding. Example, the working of caste system in India, in which the people belonging to certain caste are excluded from enjoying equal opportunity. Can you understand? Which caste are excluded from enjoying equal opportunity? Lower caste people. This is known as social exclusion. So what is social exclusion? The poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in poor surroundings with the poor people. And they are excluded from enjoying the company of better off people in better surroundings, in luxurious surrounding. Example, the working of caste system in India. Next, what is the concept of vulnerability? Vulnerability to poverty is a measure which describes the greater probability of certain groups or individuals to become poor or remain poor in the coming years. Certain groups or individuals becoming poor or remaining poor in the coming years. Example, members of backward caste, handicapped person or widow. It also includes those people who are at great risk in times of natural calamities, means earthquake, tsunami, slowdown of economy, terrorist strikes, etc. Okay, so what is the concept of vulnerability? Vulnerability means certain groups or individuals becoming poor or remaining poor in the coming years. Okay. Now we studied about vulnerability and social exclusion. Our next topic is poverty line. Look at the screen. Common method used to measure poverty is based on the income or consumption levels. A person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level necessary to fulfill the basic needs. Okay, basic needs. Tell me, what are the basic needs of the people? Food, shelter and clothing. Okay, so what are the basic needs of the people? Food, shelter and clothing. While determining the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement are determined for subsistence. So, while determining the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement are determined or considered for subsistence. The present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement. Okay, I told you the basic needs of the people are food, First one, food, then shelter and clothing. The present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement. Okay. Food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetable, milk, oil, sugar, etc. together provide these needed calories. Which are the food provided the needed calories. Okay, the food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetable, milk, oil, sugar, etc. together provide these needed calories. The accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calories per person per day in rural areas. Okay, so what is the average calorie requirement in India? 2400 calories per person per day in rural areas. Okay, so a person should have 2400 calorie in rural areas and 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas. So have you noticed these differences between this calorie requirement in rural and urban areas per person per day? Why this happened? Because the people in rural areas are hardworking. So they needed the 2400 calorie food. Okay, so the person in urban areas is not much hardworking. Okay, so since people living in rural areas engage themselves in more physical work, so calorie requirements in rural areas are considered to be higher than in urban areas. Okay, on the basis of this calculation, for the year 2011-12, the poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month for rural areas. Okay, so what is the poverty line for a person? Okay, person in rural areas rupees 816 per month. Okay, like that, rupees 1000 for urban areas. So what is the poverty line for a person in urban areas? Rupees 1000. Okay, in this way, a family of 5 members living in rural areas and earning less than about 4080 per month will be the poverty line, below the poverty line. How you will get 4080 now? See, what is the poverty line of a person in rural areas? 860. How many members here? 5 members. So 860 into 5 is equal to 4080. Okay. So a family of 5 members living in rural areas and earning less than about rupees 4080 per month will be the below the poverty line. Similarly, a family in urban areas would need a minimum of how much rupees? 5000 rupees per month to meet their basic requirement. How you will get 5000 rupees? The poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 1000 for urban areas. So 1000 into 5 is equal to 5000. Okay. So in this way, a family of 5 members living in urban areas would need a minimum of rupees 5000 per month to meet their basic requirements. Dear children, I would like to wind up this session. URL related to this topic is attached. Watch the URL. Notes and test questions are also attached. We can meet in the next session. Bye.